This video is being brought to you by Satisfy Gaming. Make playing your Switch in portable mode super ergonomic with the Satisfy Gaming grips. They also have case and grip bundles that let you keep the grip on your Switch and store it safely in their high quality cases. These grips make using your Switch in portable mode as comfortable as a Pro Controller. Use the code ReviewTech10 to save 10% off your entire order. Link below in the description.
So yes, Activision Blizzard deserves a lot of the ire coming their way right now, but put your pitchforks down just like a little bit right here, because they're not stopping you from deleting your accounts. It's being blown out of proportion. Let's get into it.
Skip it up and that up.
So yesterday I spoke about how Hearthstone pro player Blitzchung was suspended for 1 year and his $10,000 of prize money was rescinded because he actually spoke up in solidarity of the Hong Kong protests. Now, Blitzchung and the two casters that actually were interviewing him, they were in on the whole situation, and they also lost their jobs as well. Activision Blizzard let them go. Well, due to what happened to Blitzchung, a lot of people around the world, including lawmakers in the States, are very angry at Activision Blizzard. And there's a boycott Blizzard movement going on. It's trending, I believe, on Twitter. And there's a lot of people deleting their accounts, or were deleting their accounts. Now there is speculation that Activision Blizzard is stopping people, disabling any form of deleting your account. Now, Blizzard has 4 different methods for you to remove your account. You could do it through SMS, via email, through an authenticator. And you know how, like, with a lot of websites, you have secret questions like who was your best friend when you were a kid, or what was your first dog's name, or specific questions you would only know. If you answer those, that's another way you could delete your account. According to the internet mob right now, they're saying that there's no way that they could actually delete their accounts. I don't think this is true from what I'm about to tell you, but yeah, this is what people were speculating. Now, if you go to the forums over on Blizzard, there's a lot of speculation. There's people saying, you're crazy, you can delete them, you can't delete them, I tried. There's people saying that they just experimented and they did. So there's a lot of back and forth right now. But according to Polygon, and they actually proved it with documented evidence, they have the receipts. That's the new statement that ProJared started. I like that one, though. Give Jared credit where credit's due. They say, no, everyone's blowing this out of proportion. You can delete your account. But anyway, this is what's spreading right now on Twitter and all over. We have this person here saying they couldn't delete their account either. So now Blizzard have disabled all 4 authentication methods to actively stop people from deleting their accounts. This is beyond disgusting. Spread awareness of this. Boycott Blizzard. But yeah, it's not true. Polygon shows right here they had no trouble submitting a ticket to delete a Blizzard account. Here's a screenshot of the account they deleted. So maybe because there is truly a mass exodus and a bunch of angry people deleting their Battle.net accounts, that this may be happening, but they're not stopping you from disabling your account. They're not going that far. I don't think they would want that PR disaster on top of the PR disaster they're already dealing with Blitzchung. Now, Brian Kibler, who used to be a Hearthstone professional and he's an occasional caster for Activision Blizzard, he announced that he's quitting after what happened to Blitzchung. This is what he had to say. I reached out to Blizzard and informed them that I no longer feel comfortable casting the Grandmaster Finals at BlizzCon. I will not be a smiling face on camera that tactically endorses this decision. Unless something changes, I will have no involvement in Grandmasters moving forward. I feel Blitzchung was very brave. He knew his actions would likely have serious consequences, not just for his future in Hearthstone, but possibly even for his personal safety. And I commend him for the fortitude that takes. Now, Kibler continues, I can understand a fine or even a short suspension from competitive play, but removal from Grandmasters, clawing back the prizes he already earned, and banning him for a full year seems completely overboard. I won't pretend to understand the intricacies of the geopolitical situation in China and Hong Kong or the full extent of Blizzard's business interests there, but to me this penalty feels like it is deeply rooted in both. That kind of appeasement is simply not something I can, in good conscience, be associated with. There's also Blizzard employees that are protesting against Blitzchung's suspension. It's an absolute PR disaster for them. It's like last year around this time that Diablo Immortal, the PR disaster that was for Activision Blizzard, wasn't enough. It was like, nah, you know what? Can we one up it this holiday season? You know, it's almost Halloween. Let's give him a spooky treat. Do you realize that it's almost a year? It's around a year with the whole Diablo Immortal fiasco. Look, and you know what annoys me too is that I see people, oh, Rich, you have an iPad in front of you, and that's made in China. Look, made in China, and you're going to review an iPhone, and that's made in China, and you have an Xbox One controller, that's made in China. It's like with Greta Thunberg, the teenage girl who was talking about climate change. How dare you? And everyone was like, oh, she took a car there to talk about it, and she had to go on a plane, so she's hypocritical. And like, here's the thing. If you're watching this video, 99.9% of you are watching it on a Chinese manufactured product. You do realize that, right? It doesn't mean that what China is doing is right. It doesn't mean that us getting our electronics and other devices being manufactured in China is right either. I think those jobs should be in the States, and I think the States, oh, here we go, I'm getting political, but it's true. Those jobs should be given to people here. I don't care if the products cost more money. We should be employing people here, not outsourcing the work because it's much cheaper for basically slave labor to do it in another part of the world. But it doesn't mean that what Activision Blizzard did to Blitzchung is right. It doesn't mean that Greta Thunberg is wrong about climate change because she had to take a goddamn train and a plane there to go talk about it. Look, you got to speak up against these things. We can't give a giant nation like China a chokehold on our corporations and our beliefs because they have the political and financial clout to do it. And that's what's happening here with Blitzchung, and that's why you should be outraged. And if you want to call me out and say I'm a hypocrite because I'm reviewing an iPhone and I have an iPad and I have an Xbox One, you got to get rid of the stuff you're watching this video on too. But just because we have products made by the companies we're calling out doesn't mean we don't have the right to call them out. And if you use that as a checkmate to shut someone's argument down, it's a cheap and sleazy tactic, and I don't like it. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one.